Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's take a walk and go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. We got us a Singlecut Brewing beer here. They're out of Astoria, New York. This is sent to me by Rico. I've enjoyed all the Singlecut beers he sent to me so far. And the note in the box, he says, Singlecut, this is their softly spoken magic spells. 8.6% ABV on this. It's a double IPA. 130 IBUs, so big beer with big IBUs. And this is taken from Pink Floyd's classic Time. Bottle on date is 7/13. They don't have a year on there, but 7/13. So I'm reviewing this on the 28th of July, a couple of weeks old. So it should be damn tasty. And like he says, like I said before, be careful pouring this because there's a lot of yeast floaties in the bottom. I've noticed this in all of the Singlecut IPAs that he's drank. Well, I really haven't noticed a lot of floaties in it on the ones I've had so far. But we'll see. We'll get this thing opened up here in just a second, and we'll see what this brings. Being 2 weeks old, I'm really not concerned about the floaties. If it was 4, 5, 6 months old, a year old, I would be, because the hops have coagulated and settled into the bottom, and usually they're going to be malt bombed and all that. But this beer being only 2 weeks old, if it's got some floaties in there, a lot of times that means it's unfiltered. So we'll see what this brings. And the food pairings for this one, guys, is going to be your typical double IPA food pairing cuisine is barbecue. And the cheeses are your peppery, Monterey, pepper jack, sharp blue cheddar, stronger cheeses, gorgonzola, Limburger, and the meat is game grilled meat and salmon. I swear a snifter, 2 oversized wine glass, got my favorite snifter, and it says here can be cellared for long periods because of the ABV, but don't do it. Don't sell your double IPAs, IPAs, and low ABV beers. Drink them as fresh as you can, guys. You're gonna thank yourself later if you do. If you sell this beer, it's gonna turn into a malt bomb. There's no doubt about it. Even though it's 8.6%, it's gonna keep. It's not gonna go bad, but it is not gonna be tasty as it is if you drink it fresh. So let's get it on. Nice little hiss, not too much. And like I said, we're gonna start off kind of easy. Definitely looks kind of cloudy coming out of the bottle. I would think this would probably be an unfiltered beer. It is so cloudy I can't even see the floaties in the bottom of the bottle. So, with that real easy pour, didn't get any head at all. Very nice orange, amber, tangerine color. Very nice looking beer. Let's get a nose on it. Oh yes. Very, very hop forward beer. A lot of dankness to the aroma on this. Citrusy, grapefruit, pine, pineapple, some mango, tangerine. Very nice smelling beer. Wow. Double IPA, 130 IBUs. Let's see what it brings to the table. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Rico. Heavy on the dankness. Reminds me a lot of the Stone Enjoy By series. Very citrusy. Grapefruit. pineapple and pine. Nice bitterness to the back end with 130 IBUs. Definitely not for the faint of heart. Wow, that is delicious, guys. That is very freaking delicious. That's tasty. That's a marvelous beer. That's a well done beer. For the 130 IBUs, it does have some bitterness to the back end, but it seems to be very well balanced. It must have a great big malt bill to put that much bittering hops in it, to have 130 IBUs and still not being super bitter on the back end. It's there, but it's not super bitter. If you're a seasoned double IPA drinker, this is not going to offend you at all. You're probably going to like it. If you've never had a double IPA, this probably would not want to be your first choice to try. To me, I think it's marvelous. If I'd have had this 6 years ago, it's liable to have blown my palate out of my mouth at the time. So your palate adjusts to what you drink, and the bigger the beers are, and the more IBUs they have, you get accustomed to that over time. So very tasty. I'm gonna try to get the rest of this in there. Like I said, I've not seen a whole lot of evidence of the big floaties and stuff in there. I went to the light. It is so cloudy. I'm not seeing any chunks floating around. And that is a pretty hazy, cloudy beer. So I would pretty much guess this is an unfiltered beer. Wonderful aroma. Wow. Very well done. Wow. Tangerine, oranges, mango. Wow. Delicious. Let's sip on it for a while. Let her have 2 or 3 sips, whatever she so desires, and we'll come back and see where this ends up. Pretty impressed so far. And I have been with their beers. They do some really tasty stuff there in Singlecut. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I've been sipping on about 30 minutes or so. Very tasty. Nice dankness to it. Tropical fruit notes, very citrusy, piney, grapefruit, pineapple. Awesome beer. Very, very tasty. Would like to see them do a little bit better on the dating other than the month and a day. Put the year, go ahead and put the year on there so we'll know. Sometimes these beers get pushed to the back of the shelves, and you wouldn't want to buy this beer when it's 6, 8 months, a year old. So would like to see that happen. I do believe it's an unfiltered beer. I didn't see a lot of big floaties in there like Rico, the letter that he sent with the beer mail package had. It's an unfiltered beer, so you're going to get a little bit of that. So as long as it's 2 weeks old, and I knew it was done this month, I'm not concerned about the floaties. Only time I'm concerned about it when the beer is 4, 5, 6 months or older on this style of beer, a double IPA or an IPA or something like that. That's when the hops coagulate and drop to the bottom, and you get those big chunks and all that stuff in there. But when it's 2 weeks old, I'm not too concerned about the floaties. So very tasty. Let's do the final chug on this one. Heavy dankness on it now. So I mean, it really reminds me of the Stony Joy by series with the dankness of it. Wonderful aroma. Very tasty. Final chug. Other half loved it. She did. She loves these big beers like this, and especially when they have that West Coast style to them, and you get that piney, grapefruity, dank aroma and taste. Very nice. Very well done. Singlecut Brewing is doing some awesome stuff, guys. They really are. They one of the top-notch breweries, especially coming out of New York. Those guys in New England here on the East Coast and all up and down the East Coast are definitely stepped up their game and stepped up to the plate and brewing some really tasty beer. Giving the West Coast a run for the money, in my opinion. So, very tasty. If you've had this one from them, let me know what you think. This is their softly spoken magic spells. Guys, to me, it's 9 out of 10. I'm going to give it to 9 out of 10. Especially as fresh as this bottle is. It's awesome. Now, if you see this bottle a couple months down the road, I'm reviewing this on the 28th of July, and this probably won't post till August sometime. But very tasty beer, especially if you can get it as fresh as I've got this bottle, 2 weeks old. Awesome. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 97. I gave it 9 out of 10. Numeric rating for me, guys, would probably be a 98. So just a tad better than what they're giving it. I would like to see them put a year on it, like I said. Over to Rate Beer, they say 97. So we got a 97, 97, 98. We're all pretty close there. It's an agreement. It's definitely an A beer. Definitely worth picking up if you're a double IPA fan. You like that heavy dankness. This beer, that's the biggest notes I'm giving. It's the dankness of this beer. Very tasty. Along with the pine and grapefruit and citrusy pineapple and oranges, and excellent beer. Excellent beer, guys. Yeah. And you might say, oh man, that's a 10 beer, you're crazy. I wouldn't argue with that. I would just like to see a little more information. But put the year on there too. We got the IBUs, we got the ABV, and we got the month and the day. But go ahead and throw the year on there too, guys. That way you'll know there's no question. We'll have all 3 bits of information that we need to make an educated purchase of this beer. So, but very tasty. Guys there at Singlecut in New York, doing a good job. Thumbs up. If you had it, let me know what you think, guys. I'm going back tomorrow. Let's take something tasty out of the fridge. See you then.